Hey ABA fans, Ashenmore here, and welcome to my Week 4 team building video versus Rizane and his Atlanta Braviaries. Currently, our league record is 3-0. We're the only undefeated team in the league, and watch me have completely jinxed myself by saying that. Also, apologies if it sounds like I'm muffled speaking through a sock or something. I don't have a proper pop filter for my microphone yet, and at least I prefer it to loud P and S and T sounds coming through. So, at some point, if there's some interest, I might invest in a good microphone. Who knows? But anyway, let's get into the battle. A little bit of a different format today. I'm trying to spice it up a little bit, make it a little more interesting. I don't know if it's good, I don't know if it's bad. Let me know in the comments below if you think I can improve something. Anyway, when I initially looked at Rizane's roster, I wasn't too scared, but after doing a little more research into it, it's quite a bit more difficult than I would have thought. Terrakion can't be walled. I don't have anything that can wall it. And then I realized, of course, nothing walls Terrakion, really. That's a super threatening Pokemon. It's also a Z Captain, Close Combat, Stone Edge, Earthquake. Even Tentacruel isn't going to be able to take it because of Earthquake. He can only take 3 Close Combats and only 1 Stone Edge, really, before he's going to go down. And really, we're going to need him if we use him for his special walling abilities. Then we got Togekiss. God, tanky fairy. It's going to be hard to deal with. Crobat could be support, could be physical offense, could even be special offense with Heat Wave potentially to kill off of our Kartana. Amoonguss is actually pretty good against my team, as much shit as I gave it during me and Gatsby's initial video. I have a problem with bulky grass types, so that's happening. Manaphy, I was doing plenty of calcs for Manaphy, and minus Thundurus and Kartana, obviously, I don't really have any way to OHKO it. Energy Ball, Ice Beam, Scald, Hydro Pump, can boost with Tail Glow. I'm gonna have to be really careful about that guy. I can Revenge Kill it unless it's Scarfed, in which case it can't boost, which is good for me. But it's deceptively tanky. Mega Scizor. Oh boy. So running a rain team is a little bit more difficult to deal with this guy than it normally would be. I mean, just hit it with a fire move, right? Maybe not so much of an option. But we'll see what we're going to do dealing with that. Swampert Mega actually takes a big chunk off of it with Earthquake or Waterfall in the rain. The problem is we need to conserve as much of Mega Swampert's HP as possible, and this thing's U-turn takes off a huge chunk. Mismagius. Taunt, Will-O-Wisp. Pretty decent speed tier. It could be threatening. Shaman is just kind of like Amoonguss. It's a bulky grass type. Leech Seed shenanigans. Noivern is super fast. Base 123 speed, I want to say. Kingdra is going to get threatened by that with Draco Meteor. It's also got Boom Burst, Hurricane, and it's going to be able to avail itself of my Rain. And speaking of availing itself with Rain, he's also got Seismitoad, which can either run Water Absorb to absorb some of my major stab hits, or it could actually run Swift Swim with a slightly higher speed tier than Mega Swampert at base 74, whereas Swampert's base 70, and he could also take advantage of my Rain that way. Last, we've got Delphox. Not too worried about Delphox for obvious reasons, but hey, you never know. So how are we going to deal with this? My first thought is to rely a little bit less on the Rain this game, and only use it towards the end, possibly. So I'm still going to bring Pelipper, I'm still going to bring Mega Swampert, I think. But Kingdra, calcing through all this stuff, misses KOs on pretty much everything in pretty much every set, minus Critdra. But I'm not going to run Critdra because his team has quite a few mons that outspeed me, and it's still not going to be able to kill Togekiss regardless. I would hate to like boost up, he switch Togekiss in, not be able to kill it, and just get Moonblasted for my trouble. So I'm actually not going to run Kingdra. I'm also not going to run Minxiao. Minxiao doesn't do a whole hell of a lot for me here. It gets walled pretty hard, well, completely by Togekiss, completely by Crobat, pretty badly by Amoonguss. I mean, there's just really no reason to run it. I strongly considered running Rabombi. It does kill, or it can revenge kill Noivern. It's 1 base speed faster. It can also have Energy Ball to deal with Manaphy and Seismitoad. It can kill Terrakion with Moonblast. It's not a bad mon, but Crobat does outspeed it, and also it eats bullet punches from Scizor. Now, I considered running the Braviary so that we can absorb 1 bullet punch from the Mega Scizor and be able to kill with HP Fire, but the thing is, if Rabombi has Braviary on, it actually can't kill Mega Scizor with Hidden Power Fire, unfortunately. So we're not going to be using that either. What we are going to be using is Thunderous T, Choice Scarfed again. Maybe I'm getting predictable at this point. You be the judge. But I feel that this is necessary. Absolutely necessary. This is the only way we're going to outspeed Noivern. It's the only way we're going to outspeed Crobat. It's the only way we're going to outspeed Terrakion. And then it's the only guaranteed way we can outspeed Manaphy if it happens to go for Scarf itself. I personally like it. The only other thing I would do is I don't know, Electrium Z or something. But anyway, yeah, we're going Choice Scarf, Thunderous T, Thunderbolt for general coverage, Volt Switch to just switch out if we end up in an unfavorable matchup. Grass Knot is there for Seismitoad. If he is fully special defense invested, Grass Knot may not kill it on a low roll. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Although if he switches into Grass Knot, hey, the follow-up Grass Knot will end it. And then HP Ice is really there for Noivern, which otherwise would take huge chunks out of us with Draco Meteor. Basically, this is my answer to Crobat, this is my answer to Togekiss, this is my answer to Manaphy and Noivern, and to a lesser extent Seismitoad if I can predict switches correctly. Full speed investment just to ensure that we get above that Manaphy. Do not want that thing going first. Next, we're going to be running Katana. Or Tana. It is a Katana. It's a paper Katana. So, yeah, fuck it. Katana. And I'm going to be running that with Expert Belt. I don't want to Choice Scarf 2 mons here. There isn't really anything on his team besides Noivern that outspeeds this guy that can actually kill it in one hit. We've got Leaf Blade that kills Manaphy and it kills Terrakion. We've got Psycho Cut for Crobat and Amoonguss. We have Leaf Blade, or I already mentioned Leaf Blade. We have Smart Strike for the Togekiss. Basically, that's the entire reason it's there. At a +1, it will kill it. And Sacred Sword, which I just noticed I don't really need, per se. Oh no, that's there for Mega Scizor. That's why. Yep, Mega Scizor. Running this fast as possible, it outspeeds Terrakion by a base speed of 1. Now, I consider running the fighting resistance berry here, because if he's Choice Scarf Terrakion, he will kill me with a close combat or a superpower, whichever one he opts to do. I'm really just going to hope that he doesn't run Choice Scarf. If he does run Choice Scarf, I've got plans for that too. But I'd rather not lose my Kartana that way, but if it happens, so be it. I'll try not to get into that situation if I can help it. But this has the potential to run through his team just rampant if he doesn't bring Noivern, or if he brings Noivern and Noivern goes down. Obviously, Flamethrower from Noivern, really any hit from Noivern is going to kill us. But I'm kind of expecting that. So I have decided to debut this week Chandelure. I've been waiting for an excuse to use it. And this is pretty much as good of a chance that we're gonna get. This will deal with Amoonguss, Mega Scizor, Shaman easily. Shadow Ball will also deal with Delphox in the odd chance that he brings Delphox. Energy Ball is pretty much there for Seismitoad. I'm running just enough speed to outspeed the max speed investment Seismitoad that he could possibly bring. And I'm also running the minimum speed investment to outspeed the max speed Mega Scizor that he could possibly bring. That's if he went Jolly or Timid on either one and put 252 EV investments into speed. So, on that effect, we're also running a Timid Nature. I believe Seismitoad is 74 base and Scizor is 75. The HP effort value is sitting at exactly the amount that we need to survive at full HP, one Draco Meteor from Noivern. We're running Hidden Power Ice to counter that particular mon. I really don't want it to come down to that, but at the end of the day, I could tank a Life Orb Draco Meteor from it and Revenge Kill, so why not? Energy Ball can hit Manaphy for around 60-70%, and actually with this HP investment, we can live one Scald at very, very low percent if he gets maximum roll, so we can do some extra damage there as well. This is basically going to be our answer to fire coverage moves, so maybe the Flamethrower from Noivern, maybe the Heat Wave from Crobat, and then whatever Delphox wants to do. If it comes, I really don't expect Delphox to come. Yeah, this is going to soak hits for Kartana, or it's just going to do lots of damage, or it's going to switch into these grass-type Pokemon and kill them. Or really just kill Mega Scizor. So, I initially considered not running Rain at all this time around, just because he could actually take advantage of it a little bit, and because Kingdra doesn't really do much, but I still wanted to use Mega Swampert, and Mega Swampert in the Rain is still one of my best answers to Terrakion, and still does a whole hell of a lot of damage to a lot of his team. Also deals with Mega Scizor if needed, and is pretty bulky. So, we're running Pelipper to enable that again. Just fully defensive, like we had been running before. On the physical side, leftovers for recovery this time. I had been running Damp Rock, but I actually want a smaller window of rain this time around, because I just want me to be able to abuse it. So if he then manages to kill Swampert and there's still like 3-4 turns of rain left and he has Seismitoad or Manaphy, I could just be damaging myself. Also, Hurricane off Noivern could be a real problem. So just leftovers, running Hurricane to deal with all these bulky grass types that might come in on it. Scald, just general coverage move. It's not going to hit Terrakion. Terrakion's faster. Terrakion has probably Rock EMZ or Stone Edge, unless he misses, which, hey, if he misses, great. U-turn to potentially bring some stuff in. Roost for recovery, if we do end up duking it out with maybe Manaphy or Seismitoad. And then the Swampert. So we're running Earthquake, Ice Punch, Waterfall, and Stealth Rock. I considered Power Up Punch, but it doesn't really net me too many more KOs. I think just the potential chance to Oko Manafi after that. But who cares? This guy is really here for one reason, and that's to kill Terrakion if it happens to be Choice Scarfed. Because this is the only thing that's going to survive a hit from Terrakion if it's Choice Scarfed. Also, if it managed to get a Rock Polish off, this is our answer to that as well. We don't need speed investment. It will outspeed Terrakion as long as it's not Scarfed, even if Terrakion has max speed investment. So we're good there. Ice Punch is there to Oko Noivern, which it can also survive all hits from Noivern. Deal damage to Shaman and Amoonguss. Deal some damage to Togekiss. Yeah. And Waterfall just for basic coverage. Rocks, I don't know if we'll be able to set rocks up this game. I think it'll be pretty good. He does have access to some defoggers, but those defoggers also take a lot of damage from rocks. So, yeah. Moving on to the last one, we've got Tentacruel. Going to be running at maximum special defense investment and HP with Ice Beam, which basically covers Noivern and the grass types. Scald to cover Terrakion if he happens to not be running Earthquake, or if we somehow manage to miraculously survive an Earthquake. Also good for Delphox and for burns on Mega Scizor. Sludge Bomb allows it to basically kill Togekiss super hardcore. And then Rapid Spin if he happens to set up rocks. I kind of don't want rocks around. Now, I'm not running Rain Dish here. I'm going to be running Liquid Ooze, and that's because both Shaman and Amoonguss get Giga Drain and Leech Seed, and this is going to allow us to basically negate their recovery as far as that goes. Since we're not going to really rely on the rain too much in this matchup, or really as little as possible, I figure it's more useful than Rain Dish in this scenario. Obviously got leftovers for recovery. And that's more or less it. That's our team against the Atlanta Braviaries. We got Thundurus T, we got Kartana, we got Chandelure, we got Pelipper, we got Mega Swampert, and we've got Tentacruel. I think we have a good chance of winning. I also think that his team is very strong against mine, and that if he plays it right, he has a definite chance of winning as well. So I say good luck to Rezane, and I will see you all in the battle video soon. Thanks for watching.